Hey, what's up? It's Mike Street, and this is a special edition of SmartBrownVoices. We got a chance to sit down with Melba Wilson of the famous Melba's restaurant, and Chef JJ, who's the head chef over at the Cecil. And we got to talk to them about the forthcoming Harlem Eatup, which takes place May 14th through the 17th, right here in the community of Harlem. Check out what they have to say.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mike Street here, and welcome back to another edition of Smart Brown Voices. And, you know, I live in Harlem, NYC, and Harlem has been on the rise with the food and culinary scene over the past couple of years. And so a special event that's coming up in May is called Harlem Eatup. And on the line today, we have Melba Wilson, one of the most famous restaurateurs in the Harlem area. Hi, Melba. How's everything going with you today?
My things are going great. Really wonderful. It's a great day here in Harlem.
And always have enjoyed everything that you've been doing. And also watching you on TV as well has been exciting just to see, people, who are doing great things in the area, really find a lot of success. So, Melba, tell us how you got involved in the upcoming Harlem Eatup.
Well, I got involved. I was personally asked by Marcus Samuelson to participate in this wonderful food and culinary and culture festival called Harlem Eatup. Marcus and I go way back to the early 90s, and it was just wonderful. We used to talk about what we were going to do with our lives in the food and beverage industry. So to see him come up so wonderfully, as well as to see him own and operate Red Rooster, and now my neighboring, his neighboring restaurant, called Street Bird, it's just a dream come true for all of us.
Yeah, we were just at the Street Bird opening last week, so we really enjoyed all of, what you guys are doing in the area. So you're owner of 3 businesses, restaurants in Harlem, and you've been here, for many years. So how have you seen the kind of like the culinary industry change, from the 90s till present day?
It's really, really exciting to see the change. Harlem rules. When you look at Harlem, we have over 500,000 people in our community. So there needs to be the services for us. So I think it's only a natural transgression to have a myriad of various restaurants in the community. We want to dine, we want to shop, we want to go to cultural events within our community. We shouldn't have to go downtown or further uptown for everything. So the more activities that we have within the Harlem community, the better for all of us.
So, Melba, give us, an example of what everybody can expect from the Harlem Eatup, because you're actually doing a really exciting event with one of my favorite chefs, with Jack Torres. So, give us a little taste and example of what people can expect during the festival.
Well, Harlem Eatup, we're gonna do different tasting events at various restaurants paired with other celebrity chefs. So you'll see Danielle, you'll see Frankie from Rayo's in there, you'll see Marvin Woods coming in from Atlanta, and cooking with local Harlem chefs. So it's a nice teaming up. It's a wonderful pairing of chefs from outside of the Harlem area, pairing up with chefs inside the Harlem area. And yes, we are hosting an event with Jacques Torres, who is one of my favorite people, as well as the number 1 chocolatier in the world. You're also going to have Lamb Yoga, who I'm very excited about, doing a yoga participating demonstration over at the Harlem State Office building. On the 16th, there's going to be a bunch of events in Morningside Park for people to partake in. So it's just sharing the food, sharing the love, and sharing the culture, which Harlem represents.
Now, are you and Jock making any special chocolate treats for during your festival?
We are going to, you can't have Jacques Torres there without having some amazing chocolate. So I am preparing the dinner portion of the meal. It's a 4-course meal. And then Jacques Torres is bringing in the end with some wonderful chocolate treats. So there's going to be a chocolate sculpture representing the music that Harlem represents. A little jazz, a little blues, and of course there's going to be some little take-homes, which are really a surprise, a little trinket from Jock and myself.
Well, that sounds so exciting. I'm really excited to see this kind of, event taking place in Harlem. So why is something like the Harlem Eatup important for the future of Harlem?
Well, Harlem Eatup is the first Harlem food festival that we've had. And it's really important because it's important to shine a light on Harlem. It's going to bring a lot of other people into the community that otherwise may not have come into Harlem. And it's going to show Harlem at its best in food, at its best in culture, and also at its best in charm. It's the Harlem that we know, and we're sharing it with the world.
And for people who aren't in the know about Harlem, why do you think right now is like the perfect time and opportunity, for an event like this? Like, why has Harlem just been so popular over the past couple of years? Because it seems like, every time I look around, there's like 5 new restaurants that have come into the area.
Yeah, at least 5, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm born and raised in Harlem, so I'm born and raised in Harlem. I still live in Harlem. I raised my 15-year-old son here in this community that I so love. And for me, Mike, it was a conscious decision. I personally wanted to employ people in this community that I love so much. And also, it's important for our dollars to circulate within our community. But you ask why? Why Harlem? Why now? And I guess my answer to that would have to be, why not Harlem and why not now? Harlem is a diamond. It's a jewel. And it's something that the locals that have been here for years, we've always known, and now it's just the secret is out.
So, Chef JJ, tell us about your participation in the upcoming Harlem Eatup.
I'm really one of the chefs that are part of the restaurant takeover. I'm teaming up with Nick Anter of Marta, and he's going to come do some Italian stuff at the restaurant. I'm going to do some of the Cecil signatures. It's kind of like a night out in Harlem featuring 2 chefs. And then the restaurant and myself will be part of the grand tasting. And then I'm speaking on one panel. And I can't remember the name of the panel, but I believe it's like chefs, up-and-coming chefs or chefs on the come up.
So give us a little bit about how you got, started at the Cecil, because it's become one of the most, popular restaurants, over the past year here in Harlem.
Alexander Smalls reached out to me about 3 years ago in regards to a project that he was working on. I just won Rocco's Dinner Party on Bravo. Maybe it was longer than that, 5 years ago. 5 years ago? 4 years ago? Something like that. And he was saying he was working on this Afro-Asian cuisine. Really didn't know anything about Afro-Asian cooking. And then I wound up going to Ghana and cooking in Ghana for about 25 days, 30 days, and learned about this Afro-Asian cooking. Coming back from that, sat down with Mr. Parsons himself, and they offered me the chef de cuisine position for the Cecil. And I basically told them, like, hey, I know you guys are taking a risk with me because I was just an executive sous chef at Morgan Stanley for 4 years in the executive dining room, but I worked at Tribeca, Jane, the Smith, Central Vinoteca. And I said, if it doesn't work out, there's no hard feelings, Alexander. You can let me go at any point. But I'm going to be sure to try. I'm going to give you 100%. But if any moment in this process, this opening process, it doesn't work out, don't feel like you owe me something because it's a business.
Awesome. So now, why do you feel like events like the Harlem Eatup are important for the future of Harlem, especially when it comes to the culinary scene?
I think Harlem is huge. It's probably the most talked about community in the world. Everybody knows Harlem, and I don't think it's always been like this low, this homey food destination. But now it has these new prestige restaurants and chefs that are coming there to cook or have lived in the community that are now showcasing themselves. And it's important because it's bringing awareness to this community. It's kind of like the Tribeca Film Festival, where when the first time they did it, everybody's like, what? In Tribeca? Because, it used to be like the slum neighborhood. And now it's one of the most talked about film festivals in the country and in the world. And I think that's the same thing that's going to happen with Harlem Eatup. You got chefs like Paul Key, Sean Brock coming in from Austin and South Carolina to be part of Harlem Eatup. I mean, I think that's just huge. Danielle's cooking. It has all the pieces there. And with Marcus in the forefront of it, it's only destined to be successful.
Make sure you check out the Harlem Eatup, May 14th through May 17th, right here in the community of Harlem. This is Mike Street. Check us back out next time. on Smart Brown Voices.